What's going on with y'all today, man? Well, this morning I'm brought to you by Crash Out Angels, right? I got this story today, right? Lil Durk, Stephon Mack, the murder of D-Thang, Durk brother, right? So I'm gonna read y'all this article, right? And then we're gonna talk about it, right? Lil Durk suspected of funding murder of Stephon Mack, seeks jail release in another case. It say, as rapper Lil Durk seeks to be freed from jail on a $3 million bond, prosecutors charging him with a 2023 murder-for-hire plot in Los Angeles have unveiled his alleged involvement in a separate 2022 murder. Ahead of a Thursday afternoon detention hearing for Durk, real name Durk Devontae Banks, attorneys for the U.S. Attorney's Office for California's Central District filed their opposition to his release. One of the attachments in their filing, which was obtained by USA Today, unveiled details of the FBI's investigation into the killing of 24-year-old Stephon Mack in Chicago on January 27, 2022, which an agent said might have been funded by the Grammy-winning rapper. Mack was a suspected leader of a Chicago area gang. The claims, first reported by the Chicago Tribune Thursday, were made in an affidavit from FBI Special Agent Thomas Callaghan that was filed in the U.S. District Court for Northern Illinois in April of 2023 and newly unsealed Wednesday. In his 2023 affidavit, Callaghan wrote that, according to a trusted confidential source, a former gang member that the FBI has worked with for at least 5 years, Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder. Durk's brother, Dante Banks Jr., aka D-Thang, was fatally shot and killed outside of a nightclub near Chicago in June 2021. In investigating suspects, Anthony Montgomery Wilson and Preston Powell's alleged killing of Mack, the FBI special agent tracked their connections to Durk, who has not been charged in this case. Messages between suspected killers allegedly referenced payments from Lil Durk. Some of the evidence Callaghan presented included a message exchange allegedly between the two suspects that took place about 2 weeks after Mack's murder. The messages, discovered through a phone search warrant, discussed payment for the killing and mentioned Durk and OTF per Callaghan. He said the latter acronym refers to Durk's record label. When the user of the phone that was used as evidence wrote, "We waiting," he comes up here on the 17th. The user was indicating that he was waiting for Lil Durk to come into town on February 17th to pay them for having murdered Mack, Callaghan stated. Callaghan pointed to photos that allegedly showed Durk with Montgomery Wilson as proof of their connection, and also wrote that he believes lyrics from Lil Durk's 2022 song "Aha" can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mack's murder. Dang, hold on. USA Today has reached out to Durk's lawyers for comment. The Tribune reported that the Chicago investigation into Mack's killing is active. What are the accusations against Lil Durk? California prosecutors pointed to the findings in his 2023 affidavit as a reason why the judge presiding over Durk's Los Angeles case should not allow for the rapper's pretrial release. No condition or combination of conditions can ensure defendant Banks' appearance or protect the community, including vital witnesses in this case. Prosecutors Thursday brief on their support of pretrial detention reads, because defendant cannot rebut the presumption of detention merely by offering a small portion of his wealth in a bond package, he must be detained pending his murder trial, where he faces a mandatory life sentence. Last month, Durk pleaded not guilty to conspiracy, murder for hire, and firearms charges stemming from the August 2022 killing in Los Angeles of a victim who was reportedly the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo. Durk's trial is scheduled to begin in January. The charges he faces are 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violating, resulting in death. Sony Music allegedly offered $1 million for Lil Durk's bond. Meanwhile, Durk's lawyer in a Thursday filing offered reasonable conditions to secure Durk's release until the start of his trial. He has been in jail since his October 24th arrest. In their memorandum, the attorneys described their client as a devoted husband, father, and son, as well as an international renowned musician and recording artist. The proffered bond conditions are $2.3 million in 2 Georgia homes, including his mother's, and $1 million in cash from Sony Music, home detention with electronic monitoring, and 24 security services. Durk is signed to Alamo Records, which is owned by Sony Music Entertainment. USA Today has reached out to Alamo for comment. So that's what it say, right? Okay, now, let me give y'all a little insight, right? Okay. The day that Stephon Mack was murdered. Now, people had so Stephon Mack was at a recreation center, right? Now, people there knew that he had money on his head, right? These 2 people, let me find, because I want to get it. I want to get it right. I want to get these names right. So, Anthony Montgomery Wilson and Preston Powell, they get a phone call. Hey, he up here. They come up there, right? They wait for him. When he come out, right? When Stephon Mack exit the recreation center, right? Anthony Montgomery Wilson and Preston Powell ambush him, right? Shoot him down, right? Chase him down. But this is where they make the first critical mistake. When they run back to the getaway car, right, which is stolen, they left the keys in the car. So now they locked out the car. Now, what do you do in a situation where you have seconds until the police arrive? Me personally, I would have shot the window. I would have busted the window and got in there. But they run separate ways. One runs north, one runs south, right? Now, on the Ring camera, they catch one of them putting the rifle AR into the bushes and some other stuff, right? But here's the second critical mistake one of them made. I'm not going to say which one. So they run separate ways, right? Now, one of them left their cell phone in that car. So when they both run their own separate way, right, and one get away, the first thing he do, he get on the phone and he calling the other one, hey, bro, where you at? Did you get away? Did you get away? I got away. Where you at? Where you at? Right? He don't know the police has the phone because they left it in the car. The other one who left his phone in the car, you know, he run in a whole different direction. But when he get far enough, he's yelling the other one name loud. Why would you be yelling his name and y'all ran 2 different ways, right? Okay. The third mistake they made, a few days later, they both, one of them, right? I don't know if it was Montgomery. I don't know if it was Anthony Montgomery Wilson or Preston Powell. But one of them was calling and texting, hey, when Durk coming up here? When Durk coming up here? When Durk coming up here? And you know, somebody texts and say, man, Durk gonna be here between the 17th and the 20-something. That's when he appeared in $1 million worth of game, right? And that video, $1 million worth of game, these two, Anthony Montgomery Wilson and Preston Powell, are seen in that video. So I'm pretty sure they made the connection that they got paid, and then they have confidential informants. They put a confidential a confidential witness in Durk's cell, right? And he ended up spilling the beans and said that he was scared. And it's a lot of stuff that's finna be coming out in this case, man. It's a lot of things finna come out, and I don't want to be the one to break it, right? But it's some things finna come out. Now, Durk hasn't been charged in the Stephon Mack case. I'm pretty sure they waiting to see what California finna do with him, right? He already facing life in jail. They looking to see, and one thing I know about the system that they've been doing now, and I've seen them do, if somebody already got life and never getting out of jail, and they got other cases, serious cases, sometimes the DA are just, man, they ain't getting out, even on no appeal. We ain't got time to be going to court, and I've seen sometimes they take somebody to court for every last single case, right? I mess with Durk. I mess with D-Thang, RP D-Thang, I'm not even gonna go into my connections to Chicago, and I've met Durk before, I've met D-Thang before in here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They came up here for a show. I think the bar was on. It's closed down now, but it was on good. It was on. I believe that's Sherman and Good Hope. Is that Sherman and Good Hope? I believe that is Sherman and Good Hope. Cause I know Good Hope right there. Yeah. So I believe that's Sherman and Good Hope. It was like a little club right there. My guy from Chicago, one of my close friends, he was like, one of his close friends, his people both deal. Hey, Durk and them coming up here, I had the conversion van. I'm like, hey, we there, slide up there, and I remember standing by D-Thang and Durk, right, and a few other people. It was like a Mexican dude that was showing D-Thang a tattoo, right, and the tattoo said OTF. So D-Thang was like, he was looking at it, but he was like kind of like laughing, and he had got Durk attention, like, and he was smiling, like showing Durk, like telling Durk, like, look, like, and I'm pretty sure he was just showing, like, dang, shit, look, like niggas getting this OTL shit tatted out of town, right? Like, but yeah, that was the only time I met Durk and D-Thang though. It was a nice time. Matter of fact, that night I met Turk from the Hot Boys. Man, I got pictures. I met Frenchie from Brick Squad, Gucci. I got pictures with that. Pictures of him. Man, we was in the hotel with Frenchie. Where Frenchie, yeah, free Frenchie, man. Free Frenchie, man. But I got a few connects, don't count the old nigga out now. But yeah, man, free that boy Durk, man. I just, usually, the big homies supposed to teach the little homies this shit when they young, how to get away with shit, how not to get caught, right? And now you seeing a lot of cases where niggas is getting caught, and you like, damn, I thought the big homies supposed to teach them this. The big homies supposed to teach them to keep their mouth closed, but obviously not. It's like niggas was doing shit to get caught. Like, man, the shit that they got, like, it's like niggas didn't even try to hide the shit. Niggas didn't even try to disclose the shit. Like, yeah, man, we killing niggas, man. We paying for niggas' lives, man. Come get with us. Come get with us, you feel me? No, I'm just playing, but yeah, man, free Durk, man. I mess with Durk, man. But yeah, everybody, I just want to bring y'all that, everybody be safe out there. Peace.